Hey there folks, it's Scott once again and welcome to another video, a post-game video of the Cowboys versus Packers. We lose 34-24. I honestly don't know where to begin, but all I can say is this game has pretty much convinced me what we are. Pretty much a fucking average team that can easily beat up on the very bad teams. When it comes to good teams like the Saints and now the Packers, you can just forget about that. Where to start? We actually did the one smart thing is that we won the toss, but we deferred because who knows? It would have been probably even a bigger blowout in the second half. So we actually do the smart thing. We actually defer. Green Bay gets the ball first, and a penalty on them sets them back, and they end up going 3-and-out actually. And I was like, okay, it looks like we got some potential. In the first two plays, doesn't look that first two plays, screen pass goes for like 2 yards, but then we hit Amari Cooper for that we convert on first down. We get a good pass going. It's like, okay, we got something going. Then we run Zeke, I believe, and then he gets like 12 yards. Bam! I'm like, oh yeah, we're getting something rolling here. And then the very next play, I believe, Dak throws a pass to Cooper. It bounces off Cooper's hands and into Jari Alexander, I believe. Picks it off. That pretty much set the tone. And Rodgers was able to drive down and score. And the thing was, the offense could move the ball, but for some reason, either a sack or another pick, when the guy jumped the route, I forget who it was, but he jumped the route and then when we get something finally going in the last 2 minutes, fortunately we can't convert on a third down, and Garrett, being fucking Garrett as usual, decides he's gonna fucking kick a field goal, 54 yards. Maher misses it. Very lucky that Green Bay wasn't able to get anything out of that, because by then it was 17-0. Oh, by the way, Rodgers didn't have the best game, but guess what? He didn't turn the fucking ball over. That's what didn't happen. That's why he played pretty decently. Like I said before, he wasn't the same guy, but he can still be effective when he needs to be. He can still make all the throws. You can bet on that, and that's what fucking happened. And guess what? Aaron Jones, of all people, shows up, runs all over this fucking defense. Fucking embarrassing, to say the very least. And I've seen missed tackles, over pursuits. I mean, you fucking name it. That's just piss poor. And this was, oh yeah, we passed on to safety. And I can understand why we got a defensive tackle, but I don't know if we got the best one in the draft. That was a piss poor decision on the personnel department. We need some better defensive tackles, because honestly, Malik is not getting it done. I mean, Covington is good for here and there, but he's, honestly, from what I've seen, is a rotational player. This scheme does not work, Marinelli. I don't know what you're on or what you think you can do. You think you can make something out of nothing. Maybe once in a while you can, but you know what? I'm sorry. You need to fucking go, Marinelli. Because what? You're now... I can't even remember what the record is now. He's like 1-12 against Rodgers. I don't fucking remember. All I know is that he's lost to Rodgers more than anything. It's time for you to boot your ass. I thought since we had Chris Richard, maybe that would be different. Because since he's technically calling the plays. But evidently, Marinelli, you're trying to fit this scheme. You're trying to run this scheme that you think will be effective, and it isn't. It isn't effective at all. And you haven't even gotten any fucking turnovers. You got like one pick off of a lucky bounce. Rodgers hardly is intercepted by us. So I'm sorry, if you cannot perform well against the Jets, your ass needs to fucking go. Along with Garrett too, which I'm sorry, he's proven to be a very subpar to average coach at best. Yeah, a little emotion can be nice once in a while, but that doesn't win you football games. And I'll admit even some of the refs' penalties were kind of bullshit, but still, you have to overcome them, and we didn't fucking overcome them. And this is what proves to me is that we're just a fucking average team with some talent, but unfortunately, poor execution on both sides, really on the offense, that really put us in the hole. and we could not get those stops because it was 17-0 in the first half. We get the ball, I think we have a chance. Dak is has completed every pass in the third quarter except for this game because he's thrown 2 picks and our offense doesn't go anywhere. And when we finally drive down the score, we kick a fucking field goal. And not only that, before that field goal, unfortunately, we fucking lose. Or was that afterwards? I can't remember. We lose Collins. I guess it's the back that's affecting him yet again. And Brandon McKnight, of all people, had to start and actually didn't do that bad, but Cameron Fleming wasn't very good. Maybe not Chaz Green bad, but I felt like they didn't give him help at certain times, as usual. So, what can I say? Overall, poor execution on the offensive side, bad tackling on the defense, over pursuit, penalties on the defense, which gave which continued on the Packers' drives, and Dak's turnovers, the 3 picks. When we looked like we were going to have a chance when we were down by 14, unfortunately Dak throws a pick. That really fucking did it. Luckily they kicked a field goal, but it could have been more. It's 34-17. Then luckily, I guess it was Cooper. Yeah, Cooper scored that touchdown, and it looks like we have some new life. We have to at least stop Rodgers, but they were able to convert. They were able to convert on the first down, but after that they couldn't do anything. We actually sacked them, but after that we couldn't do anything. Sorry, I take it back. We could do something. We were actually driving, but unfortunately we didn't have much time. It was like around 3 minutes and 45 seconds. If we had like 4 or 5 minutes, I think we might have had a chance. But we didn't. But I forgot to mention, time of possession was also our enemy. I believe the Packers had overall like 36 minutes, I think, or at least close to that, to the Cowboys' 22 minutes. Time of possession was also our enemy. That's what happened. So, anyways, we're driving, but unfortunately we cannot convert on the third down, so we have to kick a field goal. We actually make it the first time, but then there's a flag called on Xavier Solofilo, and it puts us back at 5 yards, and it's 33 yards, and then Maher hooks it to the right. So yeah, in Dallas, apparently we've lost to Rodgers like 3 straight times. The playoffs, a couple years back in 2017, now yet again in Week 5. I don't know what to say, but Rodgers did what he had to do to win that game. We flat out did not do our part by not executing, dropped passes, picks, blown assignments, over pursuit, missed tackles, not being in position, poor, unbelievable defensive penalties that really killed us in this game. It's just that fucking unbelievable that we can't win at home against Rodgers. It's time, like I said, it's time for Marinelli and your fucking dinosaur fucking of a defense to fucking get the hell out of here. If you want to, if next time you say you want to be here, if I was coach, I'd say, go fuck yourself, Marinelli. Your fucking defense blows. You're fucking outdated. You need to get the fuck out of here. Your fucking defense blows chunks in such an unbelievable way. In such a horrendous, outdated scheme. It doesn't work. Time for us to at least get a new defense, because I don't know if I even trust Chris Richard, since he's technically calling the plays. Sorry. I think, honestly, maybe both of them need to go. Maybe Chris Richard can be the head coach, because maybe he can motivate the hell out of the players, but I don't know if he's a good schematic type of person. If anything, if you're going to make him go ahead. If it were to happen, maybe make Chris Richard the head coach. Hopefully that means Garrett's fucking gone. Bring in Dan Quinn, because, so far he's not... I think he might be fired at the end of the season. He'd be perfect. He'd be one hell of a defensive coordinator. He can actually bring up the updated defense and the style and what he brings. So he might be a better defensive coordinator than fucking dinosaur Rod Marinelli. Because if we can't beat the Jets, it's time for his ass to be fucking gone and fired. Or demoted. Or keep him away from the defense. I don't care. And Dak Prescott, I'm sorry. You may have done better in the second half, but gosh. 2 of those picks were on you for sure. When one of the Packers jumped it, and then apparently, I'll admit, on the third one, I felt like they should have called a defensive interference, a holding, but they didn't fucking call it, and King got it. So those 2 were definitely on you, Dak. The first one's definitely on Cooper. You should have fucking caught it. Otherwise, it might have not set that tone earlier. And you want to be paid, you want to wait. I wait on both of them. I'd maybe try to see if, I don't know, we may have to blow this whole team up. I don't know. Honestly, don't care. I don't know if I'll be doing some upcoming reviews later today since I'm so discombobulated. But expect my reviews. I've watched the first 2 films. Expect reviews on First Blood, Rambo, First Blood Part 2. I might watch 3 today and see if I have enough room for that. I don't know, I'll be lucky to even do 1 if I feel up to it, so. Just, man, this fucking team really takes just sucks the life out of you sometimes. I guess that comes with the territory of being a Cowboy fan. I'm sorry if this video went on for so long, but this was ridiculous. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here. Expect reviews for the Rambo films. Hopefully you'll like them. Hopefully you give this video a like. And if you haven't subbed, subscribe and stay tuned for some more content. And I'll do my very best to bring you whatever I can, whether it's, movies, sports, something news related, which is cinema, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'll see you in another video, folks. Later.